Such a fun show, and your character's so funny. What's it like when you get to play like that great scene you did when your ex-wife shows up? And it was a beautiful moment. Like, is that just like the best?
First of all, a scene written by Steve Franks.
Oh, really?
That's the really great thing about this show for me as an actor that I really enjoy is you get to be. Last year gets such ridiculous, silly moments, and then the next episode, it's the most dramatic stuff I've ever played as an actor. So it's always, every day coming to work is always a treat and a delight, and except when women do late sometimes, but it depends on if his blood sugar's low. So it's incredibly satisfying.
That's great, man. He got lost in his eyes. Vic, what, Mr. Spencer, Mr. Guster, why so formal?
Yeah, no, I think of myself as the New York Times of police chiefs.
Yeah,
it is
like
very
Brantley.
formal. It's a Mr. Guster and a Mr. Spencer because they are guests in my station.
Okay.
And they are due that sense of formality. But there are a couple of times when, Lassiter and O'Hara, but there are a couple of times when the chief will break and actually call them by first name, and that's a conscious choice, when it becomes Sean, when it becomes Carlton.
Oh, that's good.
That it's... Thanks, Jimmy.
There's reasons. There's reasons for everything.
Jimmy is thoroughly satisfied by that answer.
Yeah, yeah.
And Steve, are you taking notes?
I was just going to say that's my fault because everybody always writes Sean, and I always change it to Mr. Spencer because I think that's your approach.
No,
to
and
it. And there's moments like in the episode where you get killed beautifully. She calls him Sean.
Oh, yeah.
And it's because everything is personal now.
Means more.
And it's like when your mom calls you by your first name.
Yeah, when your mom calls you by your first name, you have to stop.
Yeah.
Then you have to say, wait a minute, I need to pay attention now. Or it's just, we need to have this conversation now. It's not just, Mr. Spencer, Mr. Guster. I like Mr. Guster better, I think.
It's got a better ring to it.
It does have a ring to it.
I think we should clap for the way that Jimmy died.
What do you do? When you're dying in the arms of a strong man like James Roday. One way out. And James, maybe my last question. You're so great in the show, and you've been so instrumental in the writing and direction. What's it like coming to work to a job that you auditioned for it, I assume, as like any other actor, and now you're kind of so part of it, and it's such a part of your life, and you do it so well. What's that like?
I had to go to Steve Frank's house. I had to spend 15 minutes in the closet where anything can happen.
You might know it as 7 minutes in heaven. I'm larger than the average man, so it goes up to 15.
Boy. Oh.
We disturb everybody. By the way, you just opened up a can of worms. We like to try to disturb as many people as possible.
The truth is, this experience has been unlike any television experience I'd ever been a part of from the very beginning. It wasn't just your standard audition with a bunch of guys and cross your fingers and hope for the best, but really you don't care because you audition for 7 other things that day and they're all running together, which is sort of what happens during pilot season. Instead, this was a very sort of thoughtful 2 guys who appreciated each other initially in a non-sexual way. Like coming to the table, sitting down and saying, I love your script, man, and this is why I love it, and this is what I think I could bring to it if you'll let me. And him saying, let you? And from there forward, these guys, I mean, it's really a testament to these 3 because they've sort of allowed me from the very beginning to participate in every aspect of this show and kind of stick my dirty hands and sometimes knees in everything we do. I mean, every opportunity I could ever dreamed of having on this show, they've given to me. And I doubt it'll ever get this good again, which is why I think we all sort of recognize that and squeeze it the way that farmers often squeeze.
Yeah. Can we get a round of applause for the cast and the crew?